Okay, we have a 2008 Honda Civic Hybrid. We're gonna go ahead and see what's going on here. Okay, so when I turn it on, it goes on. There's a check engine light for the turbine or turbine, whatever you guys want to call it, for the transmission. So what it's doing is basically, if I put it on drive, it's right now on drive. When it's actually cold, it wants to move just a little bit. But then when it gets warm, it doesn't even move at all. I'm gonna bring it a little bit backwards so I can work on it. But look, see, I'm at 2,000 RPMs and it barely moves. So let me see what's going on here. I'll let you guys know in a minute. This video will show you how to replace a bad transmission from a 2008 Honda Civic Hybrid. I came to this conclusion because these transmissions are super sensitive. You have to keep up with the maintenance like clockwork. This car had a DTC code P0717 for speed sensor. It got replaced once and the code came back at a later time. The second time around, the car won't go into gears or move. I knew the transmission was done and I ordered one online. Today when I started working on the car, I drained the fluid and sure enough the drain plug had big pieces of metal. I also noticed the speed sensor was broken from the tab, and when I took it out from the transmission, I saw the magnetic part was worn. The gear under the sensor was chipped everywhere and also felt uneven. First thing you'll have to do is turn off the high voltage system in order for you to work on your engine bay. Okay, so this is what I found after removing the drain plug from the transmission. I think it's got a few pieces of metal in there. Not good. Okie dokie. So I'm done removing the subframe. So I'm going to show you guys what it is. So basically you're going to have to remove this lower control arm. Lower control arm has 3 bolts. And then you have to remove the steering wheel. Here, that outer tie rod, and the same thing on the other side, the outer tie rod, 3 bolts for the arms. Also, you have to disconnect this bad boy right here. This is for the electric steering wheel. So you have 4 plugs, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's really easy. So what you need to do is, before you bring it down, like about 3 inches, bring it down, stop it, and then you can just start unplugging them in. There's also this rubber here. This is for the exhaust. If you don't remove this one, the exhaust won't come out. 2 bolts for the transmission. This one right here, this is for the steering wheel inside. Gotta remove a 10, make sure you mark it. By the time you put it back on, it has to line up. It's not gonna line up 100%, it should, but if it doesn't, all you need to do is just take it for an alignment. Alright, and then you have 1 17, 2 17s, 3 17s, 4 17s. Those are the 4 17s that are holding the whole subframe. So once you remove those 4, you gotta make sure you have this jack on the bottom, so it's supporting it, so little by little you're gonna drop it down. Okay, wanted to give you a view of what it looks like in the back. So that's the mount for the exhaust, and then that is the steering wheel right there. Okay, so you got to remove the 10, and that's what will drop. Okay. In order for you to remove your transmission, the easier way is to remove the 6 10mm bolts that are holding the flex plate onto the IMA motor. And you can do that by moving your crank just a bit at a time, so you expose all 6 of them. They're torqued at 10 foot-pounds, so you can easily remove them. Once you remove those, it'll be way easier for you to bring your transmission down. There's basically 6 of them, 6/10. Now the plate should be free now, for you to be able to bring the transmission down. Okay, so basically this is what it looks like. We removed all the harness, and this is where we got our bolts from. I already showed you guys how to do that. And the subframe is right there, right? And then to remove those 10mm bolts, you go through here, and you gotta put one of those on the crank, and then you're gonna have to turn it either way. Doesn't matter, but if you start left, you keep going left until you get all the 6 bolts, and go back and forward, left and right, because otherwise it's gonna be bad. Okay, let me show you guys on the bottom what's up. So the transmission is there. Let me tell you, there's one bolt right there, and there's one bolt right there that I already removed. The other bolt all the way up there, right there, that one. Good luck taking that one out. It's gonna be tricky. I'll give you guys some tips on how to do that. But, and this is the little, remember where I told you where there is a rubber? That's where it goes, and that little thing right there, that's holding the exhaust. And these are the connections that connect to the steering wheel, electric steering wheel. Okay. This transmission jack is super convenient. I recommend you guys using one, because without one, you're not gonna be able to lift that transmission. It's very heavy. I was able to bring the transmission out and put it back in through the wheel well, but I had a little trouble on the bumper and the spindle area, so I had to kind of move around them and push them a little to the side in order for me to reposition that transmission back in. Once you have the subframe under the car, make sure it's lined up. Go up little by little. Once you have enough space between the chassis and the subframe, you can start putting on the 17mm bolts so you can hold it in place. So there it is, guys. I finally completed this, and it was what we thought it was, a transmission. transmission. And for the record, the old transmission in the trunk. Thank you guys for watching.